Inspo+Radio. We are
Yo.
back. Holy cow! I felt like I wasn't gonna see you guys again. I felt like I missed 1 week, and then Bobby, you were busy. You were like just the man over at Force, and then we got Chico, who's like traveling the world and doing wild stuff,
still traveling.
recording left and right. She's still She's actually on the run from the police now. So we have her in a very. I don't know how you're making this. Wait, Chico, how are you making this look so good? How are you making this look so good? You're like.
Huh? I have no idea. I guess the universe just wants me to look good today. You know, because it's been a while since I've seen your faces.
Yeah, it has been a minute. It's good to see you both. Good to be back.
We miss your faces, and we're coming back with a really great show. I'm super happy. We're bringing a live performance from Gulches, who's dropping an album, and he's going to share some of his music there.
Hey, I'm back.
As well as,
Am I back?
Yes. And then Teji, multidisciplinary artist who is just lighting, I think, the world on fire with this idea of CC0 distribution. But bringing fire with some great tracks that he's allowing people just to make stuff with.
Oh my God! Look at
just
this
make stuff,
track.
right? Like just make stuff. And so super excited to talk to both of them. How have you been, Bobby?
Yeah, I've been good. I'm excited for the show tonight. Excited to be back. Chose 2 different songs that we'll check out later, but just good to see you all, and yeah, happy to.
Chico, we got a bit of I feel like a long-awaited memorial for you in this episode.
True.
But she's looking so good, she can't even hear me. She's looking just so good that I'm gonna bring on Gulches. And we're gonna chat with artist Gulches. Gulches got to introduce himself because he is such a techno genius as well. I don't know how to describe.
Oh my God,
you.
I'm in a good Wi-Fi spot now.
Okay, hold that Wi-Fi spot. Just tell the driver to stop and let the police catch up with you.
He did. He literally did.
Welcome, Gulches. Welcome to the show. Longtime San OG, by the way, and that's why it gives me great pleasure to bring and highlight you on the show.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for having me.
100%. And so, I guess, how would you describe yourself? Because we see you. If you don't follow Gulches, follow all the guests, obviously. But like, when you look at Gulches' Twitter feed, it's always full of wires. Just a lot of wires going in and out of stuff. Your approach is very hardware driven, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say I'm a sound designer and an audio engineer, and living in an analog guy living in a digital world and trying to literally patch a cable between those analog things and things like blockchain, as well as other things on the internet, to be able to create some content so I can share my art and my friends' art. And that's really what this new album that we're talking about today is all about. It's a ambient release. Generally, I make a lot of EDM. I'll make dubstep. I make kind of like techno stuff. I make experimental stuff. I make left field bass music, all sorts of wet and wild stuff. Like I said, I'm always posting jams. Left field bass. Oh, I love it.
Oh, okay. Got it. So you broke. Like
yeah, but so I'm always trying to new experiments with the hardware and trying to teach people a little bit about what really goes on under the hood, behind the DAW, and get people to understand kind of what this stuff is all about. So that's kind of how.
Speaking of which, I feel like you have this mirror behind you, which is giving us just a little peek over your shoulder at all the intricacy of what's going on in front of you.
So I have, this is my main modular rack. I call it Congruency because that was one of the first records that I made with it. So it has a name. And then over here, I have the 9U rack as well too. And this bad boy is just barely getting started. He is got 48 HP and 9U, so 3 whole different levels to put those on. So it's a wild world of modular and a big money pit.
Oh!
Suspenseful.
I think it cut him. Hold on, let's get him back. I got him back. Yeah, let me
not my Wi-Fi.
And Gulches is back.
I'm back.
Dramatic
effect.
Very good dramatic.
We did it just so the mirror could get set. No, but yeah, so I try to make stuff live. It's really fun to perform live as well too. I used to like to DJ a lot, but then I started to just decide that it was a little understimulating, shall we say. I'm a little bit ADHD, and I like to twiddle with knobs and do things. And so it got to the point where I was like, I'm a good DJ, but I'm bored. So this was kind of
like ADD fam.
another good step for me,
ADHD, it's
because
special.
you'll
ADHD
notice
fam.
when I do my performances, I'm very twitchy. I'm kind of all over the board and doing lots of stuff because it's literally an instrument that I created out of just like planning and putting it all together.
Let's get a taste of what it sounds like with your track Safe Haven, which from Safe Haven, Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, so this is a good friend of mine here in Lexington. He is also a DJ and a really phenomenal one. He always gets the crowd jumping. He does a lot of like bass house, but he gets into a lot of tech house, deep house. He'll
I
play
thought
a
I
little bit
knew
of
him, and then I
everything.
realized I was probably associating him to the drink.
That's that's called marketing.
Chica
right
really
there.
is into golf. She's like, yeah.
But no, he's a great disc golf player as well too. So that's kind of a little callback for that. But
Yeah, I know we
so
don't know him.
he submitted this tune to me to be part of the ambient record. So this is a solo tune for Arnold Palmer. I think it is phenomenal. It's really wavy. I think it fits very well with what we're doing. But everything else is quite a bit more ambient on the rest of the record. This one is kind of on the second half, which is a little bit more beat driven. So whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Let's jam. Let's
Stay
vibe.
ready, let's go.
Turn it up.
Oh yeah, that bass is fat.
Taking us on a journey.
Oh yeah.
I felt like the name just felt so right for this track as well.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very comforting. It's just,
Right?
you
There's something
know,
warm about it.
great warmth, great ear candy. It's just something that you can just zone out to, relax, and that's really the main point of the whole album. And like I said, it's a little bit sporadic. There's a little something for everybody on the record, and whether you're looking for bleeps and bloops for 17 minutes, while a slug is traveling across a log, to its
You do a
home.
lot of genres, but there was a real focus here to do something ambient. What drove you and what led you to do something just purely in this mode?
Sure. I had a huge life change recently. I grew up on a thoroughbred racehorse farm my whole life as a breeding
Ooh.
operation, and so I've been amongst nature and amongst animals my whole life. And just last January, we had sold our farm to a
Wow.
gentleman who was interested in buying it, and my parents are getting a little bit older, and it's kind of time for me to do my own thing as well too. I didn't really want to take over managing a farm like that, and so at some point we decided we were ready to pull the trigger and sell. And of course, that's my childhood home, the place I grew up, and I'd released a lot of music while I was on that property, but I felt like the first release after I left that property needed to be something very reflective, very meaningful to me, and I felt like the support of the people in my circles and the people that I care for in Lexington and Louisville, Kentucky here, they really helped support me and make me feel welcome when I moved in to downtown as well too, and changed from a country boy into the city life. And so this is kind of a way to give back to them, do something that I think hopefully raises all of us as artists, and just something kind of fun to do with friends too. So many of these tunes are collabs between me and my friends, and then a couple are solo pieces like that for Chris. So there's
That's beautiful.
lots of meaning behind it for sure.
My favorite is when I would get my friends drunk and then we would jam, and they don't usually record, and then I end up auto-tuning them and then they sound really fire and we make a really dope track together on the
Yeah.
night out.
That's always fun, and that's the great thing about the studio too. I love to have people out here and just jam and have fun, and whether we're just listening to tunes. Bobby has been in the studio many times and we just vibe out,
My favorite is seeing their reactions of what they sound like, and then they kind of feel oh my god, I'm cool, I want to track.
Bobby hasn't blessed the
It's
mic,
really cute.
so to say, but
Yeah,
Bobby,
I haven't done that.
come on, spit some Eminem.
Oh,
He does do a good Eminem. We did get him
He
once
does.
doing
He
a
does
good
a
Eminem.
really good Eminem.
but
No,
yeah,
but that
it's
track was really beautiful. I mean, in Bali, you kind of did a reverse. I left the city life to live in a village. So, and I actually live next to a ranch. So people are horse riding in the village,
Yeah.
and beautiful horses. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, but no, I was track, and I'm in a car and I'm looking outside, and it just kind of entranced me into the scenery on the way to the
Right.
airport just now.
No, it really did. It took us on a journey, and I'm super excited to say that we're now about to go on a journey with you live.
Yeah.
So please, take us through
Oh my God,
Maestro.
I'm so excited for this.
I know. I don't know where he's going to take us, but
I think, wait, really quick,
we're
Minty,
in the
I
hands of
think
a
I
master
need to
here.
clip this moment because I don't think anyone has been serenaded live on their way to the airport. So,
Well, here you go. It's time. So I have it all patched up here. I had absolutely zero plan. I was playing video games with my girlfriend after we ate dinner, and I was like, all right, we gotta go, and I gotta go do this thing. It's real late, so I just picked up my synth, and I was like, I don't really want to unpatch it, so I just left everything patched, came out here, set up, unpatched, restarted, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I ended up going somewhere I think pretty fun. So I can't have both the microphone and that going, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over that, and then you guys just let me know. I'll be able to hear you, and you cut me off at any time because I will just jam and jam and jam and jam. So that
We
being
do
said,
have out of respect, we do have our guests coming, Teji. So we'll whenever it is you feel it's appropriate, but we want to go on that journey with you. So take us there, Maestro. Makes me want to shuffle.
It is a shuffle kind of like.
Yeah, man.
It's so fun being in the studio with him when he's like jamming with these too.
Again, guys, if you follow Gulches, and you'll see the setups that he's working with. It's just like, I don't know what he's putting his fingers on, but it's hidden by wires and other controls, and he's just like
He's like the Harry Mack of production.
Ooh. What's he gonna bring? Oh. Slow it down.
I love how you can see Gulch's internal rhythm. Like he's playing it all out, but he's still got that metronome in him.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we're in an 8-bit game running after each other.
I don't know. I'm like in the jungle, like winding through roads, and this soundtrack to my drive right now is making it seem like it's forever going.
She's
You're
stuck in the
trapped.
matrix.
Like, cause like he hypes it up, he goes, "Duh, duh, duh, duh," and then I'm like, oh, turn corner, oh, there's a freaking there. Like this, almost there, oh, not yet. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm sure it feels very cinematic for you. With the
Yeah,
passing by landscape.
Yeah, we
I'll
need
switch
Gulch's
my
just
camera.
full time, just hanging out with us. Giving us a soundtrack to the show.
Don't you know?
Okay, now we're going to Chico View.
Oh,
Chico Cam.
yeah, now it's a full music video.
Yeah. Oh no, Gulch's, he's looking at it too. He's gonna adjust. Let's go. Oh, it's going faster. We're driving faster. Tell that driver to slow down.
Zooming. I like the Chico view. This is sick.
All right, Gulch's,
Oh,
take us
there's
home.
a-
60 seconds. Take us
There's
home.
a
60
there's
seconds.
a Teji.
What is it?
A Teji. A Korean Teji.
Oh, Teji, did you wait? We gotta ask Teji if he knows what that means in Korean. I don't know if he knows.
You'll have to ask him in a moment. This has been sick, though.
Yes,
Let's go.
Sick,
that was
dude.
dope. That
Dude,
was amazing.
Gulch's legend. You're so amazing. Chico like flipped out of our stream.
I saw that was a lot of fun, guys.
Dude, that
Yeah.
was so awesome. I love how you started reading the ride and speeding up the pace. That was so
I
cool.
got to, man. It would be really fun someday to do some more like film scoring or short film scoring. So if there's short film people out there, film people out there,
There's a lot in Web3.
big
Watching the
sound
show
guy.
right now. If you need a composer,
That's
hit up
right.
Gulch's.
Yeah.
Follow Gulch's. Again, follow Gulch's if you don't already. Again, just Tech Wizard. I know you do a lot of things, whether that's mixing and looking into scoring. So one of those that's in the community that is invaluable to this community. So thank you for your contributions and sharing your
Yes,
artistic
thank
self
you.
with
That
us.
was so cool.
Thank you so much, guys. Happy anytime if you need some background sounds for the
Yeah,
pod.
the producer of the Harry Macker producer is right here, right here.
That's right. Yeah, it's freestyled right now. So
Love it.
Thank you.
Bringing it live.
Thank you, Gulch's. We'll have you back soon.
Thanks for being on, man. Peace.
Did you say love you back soon?
Love you long time. Yes, I love our son community who come up on the show because
Love you back
if you're a holder, you get to come on the show.
fantastic.
That's like a real
They're all
thing.
fantastic. That's the thing.
They're so creative and freaking talented. It's annoying.
We have a lot of talented people in this space, and I was able to, and felt fortunate to come across another one, a multidisciplinary artist, Teji, who is making a lot of waves with his recent release, which is a CC0 release, which we're all too familiar with Moonbirds, and I'm sure he timed this perfectly.
Are we? I'm not.
To when Moonbirds reverse their CC0, and here's Teji talking about this exact thing as he's dropping his album with the cojones to do this CC0. So welcome to the show, Teji.
How you going, guys? Thanks for bringing me on.
Yo, yo, yo.
How you
From
going?
down under.
Welcome. Now,
Yeah.
did you know Chico mentioned this during that bit there? Did you know what your name means
He's
in
gonna
Korean?
hate me.
In Korean? No, I don't know what it means. All I know, my name Teji is originally from
It's
my real
my
name.
favorite dish. It's my favorite dish. Okay,
It's a
in
food?
Korean barbecue. It's pig.
You
I
learned
might have to
something
change
new.
my name now. Might have to change my name.
Just go with it, man. Just go with it. It's part of the universe.
Don't let her mess you up. That's her thing.
in your lap. Yeah, just keep it going.
She
Way
likes
off.
to
I know.
do her faults.
I'm the one that
I know
I'm the
my
one that
wife.
keeps it lighthearted. Okay,
Hmm.
you know.
I like that.
Just,
I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. You guys be all nerdy and like all smart and intellectual, and I just be silly, and I sing a bit.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's good to balance
Well,
it out.
Teji-
It's good to balance it out.
Yeah,
What's
and
his
I
name?
learn a
All
lot
fun
from you
aside.
guys. I feel smarter every time I get off the show.
As do we. And every I think opportunity, to speak with people who are working in this space, in different ways. And Teji, I say multidisciplinary artist. Take us through sort of your journey as an artist and how you came to this.
You make him sound so military.
Yes,
Damn.
sir.
He became the artist. The artist
Sir.
became-
Deliver the sir.
I'll take you back to when I was really young, and this kind of ties in with the CC0 music thing, and it goes all the way back to when I first got on YouTube for the first time. I was probably 10 years old. It's probably like 2009. No, sorry, I was younger than that. Yeah, so probably around as soon as YouTube came out, I downloaded Windows Movie Maker, and I just was randomly stumbled upon it, and I wanted to make like a music video slideshow kind of thing for like one of my favorite songs at the time by Sean Kingston. So I ended up putting together like this music video kind of thing just with photos
Was
I
it
found on
beautiful
Google.
girls all over the world?
No, it was War. It was War. I wish it was Beautiful Girls. That's an amazing song. But basically I wanted to make this music video. Then I put it together as my first ever thing I made. I was super excited to share it with the world. I upload to YouTube, and what do I experience for the first time in my life? Copyright. Your video has been taken down. I'm like, what the fuck? I just spent 5 hours trying to make this shit, and I'm 10 years old I do not know why this is happening. I learned about DMCA from a super early age, and then there's so many things that have happened in between there and now. For anyone who doesn't know about me, you can look me up on my website, teji.io. There's all videos. I make YouTube videos. I make vlogs exploring the world, traveling. I make digital art, tons of stuff. But today I'm just going to talk
Oh my
about.
God, you can. I'm gonna hit you up like separately after this because I need your like tips, please, on editing.
Yeah, I can help you out. I can help you. I do a lot of travel
Yes!
vlogs. Like
Love it.
last year, I hitchhiked across America. This year, I was in Egypt, India. I train surfed through this. A cool little video, that one.
Ooh.
That was really fun. But this is all separate from the CC0 stuff. But it's kind of all interrelated because I really believe that things on the internet should be remixable. Everything should be free. Everything should wants to be free. You know what I mean? So I encourage people
Amen.
actively to kind of remix what I create, and I just encourage people to create more stuff. And that's my thing that I'm really passionate about, is inspiring people to create more stuff. You know, and I think that's a good way to start is by using other people's stuff and remixing and putting your spin on it. But sorry, there's a lot to go through.
Well, that's your purpose for making this album, is you want
I mean, that's what Run DMC
release it
did, you know?
and then allow people to remix with it. That's the whole
Exactly.
purpose, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So with the album that we're talking about right now, I basically didn't know how to use FL Studio. I basically come from a video background, digital art background. I used to make logos back in the day for Call of Duty, trick shotting clans. Maybe you guys remember those days. So I was into that. That's how I learned. That's how I learned how to edit. So I've been doing creative stuff on the computer for a long time now. So up until then, I haven't really touched music too much. I didn't know how to make music. Until the other day, I just was like, fuck it, I want to learn how to use FL Studio. Basically, my brother, he's a really good producer, and he sent me he didn't send me anything. He came in and helped into my room, helped me figure out how to do it all. And then I basically learned the software in a week. And I basically was like, fuck it, I want to make an album, because that's my mentality. Is I just make so much work. That's why it's hard to kind of explain me as an artist. I'm make a lot of work, right? And you can go through all that and see some more about me on your own time. But that was the idea behind that. And it was more
Everyone go
just me
stalk
learning.
him right now.
Yeah, go stalk me. Go stalk my shit. Teji.io. Links all on there.
Teji, obviously, yeah. We'll put the links down below, and follow Teji on Twitter and Instagram.
Of course. Thank you.
Let's just get a piece. Let's just get a piece of the album, just to kind of share and get a sense.
Let's show them the album, and then we can show them what someone's made on top of my album, because it is CC0. So someone's already made an entire album on top of the album I made right here. So we can play both and show them.
Wowzers. I'm just gonna play a little clip, and then we'll get into that. If you wouldn't mind, Teji, put that in our chat. That
I already sent it in there. It's
got it. Perfect. I feel a drop coming. Turn it up.
White girl wasted. Where's the White Claw, Vincent?
Chico, let's go. You're up.
No, not right now.
Let's go, Chico.
That's done.
Oh, you're lucky it changed up. But
yes.
I might take you up on that. I might take you up on that. But first,
don't panic. It comes naturally.
It does come naturally. But let's see who else played with this. It's Jamie Cornelia.
So
whole
what he
album?
just played, there's a whole album of songs in that one audio file on Zora. There's like 9 songs there, but this girl has found it and she's like, "Fuck it, I want to record a whole album on top of that." And then now
She should.
she's putting it out in about a month, and sorry, about 15 days. So and that's kind of what I wanted to encourage is like people to take it. I open sourced all the stems. I said, you know what, fuck it, take it, use it, whatever you want. And my whole ideology behind this is I believe iterations and remixes really drives value back to the original, right? It brings value back to the original IP brand or whatever it is. So the more remixes, the more copies, it only makes the original stronger. So that's what I really try to push creators to do, is to try tell their audience to, hey, remix my work, do that, do this. You see Mr. Beast encouraging people or other YouTubers, streamers to make clips and post them on TikTok. They don't care if the clippers make money. They just want their brand to be out into the world. So this is what I believe is a way to like supercharge your brand or audience, and like you'll get your content out there super quickly. So yeah, you can kind of we'll have a look here at what someone's made.
She's rocking a LimeWire hat, so let's rock this.
She knows. We're on the same
I
shit.
cannot be late. I cannot be late. He really focused on intro and speeding to
That's
it.
how I
It's too
feel.
much
I
commotion going on. I'm
cannot be
pushing
late.
through it. I be doing dashes when I'm pushing in a Sentra, pushing like a bench truck. Thought it was a Tesla. Dave tried to diss me at the all hands. Emma tried to diss me at the all hands. They don't know I'm all hands. They don't know I'm all hands.
I love this because it's just like she digitally asynchronously found a producer.
Catherine ain't on shit. Rachel still can suck a dick. Go to work today. Go to work today.
That's creative as hell.
You were just my work wife, and I got a real wife.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this is fire. I mean, come
That's
on.
lit.
You didn't know her? Like, and she just found your stuff?
I didn't know anything from her. Then she ended up purchasing some stuff from my merchandise store, and like she got a couple like the shirts I made and stuff. So it's just a really cool way to connect with people online. And now she's messaged me and she said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you some the split from when she releases her own album." So that's kind of the mentality I want to encourage for artists. Is like share your work, collaborate with people, then give back to the people you're collaborating with through like fair.
I mean, like Run DMC,
you know?
like what is they helped and came back and revitalized their career.
Exactly.
By you remixing their tracks. Like, yeah. Who was it? Was it Aerosmith?
I'm not sure. I'm not as old as you guys. I don't think.
They sampled like I'm not old. I'm 27. Is that old?
It took her a second. He was like, wait a minute.
The ancient times of Aerosmith.
Wait, how old are you?
Who the fuck is Aerosmith? Who the fuck is Aerosmith?
Wait, what?
You said he like was just born when YouTube was born. I think they have the same birthday, Chico. So it's he's pretty young. But I think what you're bringing also is an innovative approach that is part of the Web3 ethos of trying to share
I've never been called old
and
for the
eliminate
first time.
gatekeeping
I
in
feel
this
like
way
weird.
and utilize and leverage and leverage the algorithms
Sorry, I'm
because
still processing.
that's sort of I think what you've been navigating like pretty much all your life, you know, as the internet kid, literally as your album is called, you've been navigating these algorithms a long time, and so you've developed ways to subvert them.
Clearly not a long time.
Yeah, because
He's not
when
old.
you're an artist or creator,
Oh my gosh, Chico.
Just kidding.
she's still going on about that. It's okay. You're allowed to get older. It's okay. You're gonna get old eventually. But yeah, I've been dealing with the algorithms and like figuring out how do I get my work out there into the world. Like, and being in Australia, it's hard to like just work with people. Just like, you know, a lot of the music scene and stuff's over in America, and that's like the pop music and stuff over there. So it's like, how do I get my work out into the world? And I've been figuring out these ways to hack social growth or hack community or hack these different things. And I feel like CC0 is a really good way to hack an audience and like just leverage, and it creates this like this value chain of like, if someone were to own my original IP album, they're more incentivized to go make a remix of that because they know their original kind of purchase NFT might go up in value if more people share it. So it's like this loop of like, I want to share this because I own a piece of it. And it's like this whole like value chain that everyone kind of almost
Is that how they
wins.
acquire for you? Is that how they acquire like the stems and everything? They buy the NFT and then they get sort of like the access to the stems?
You can get, anyone can get the stems right now. I don't charge anyone. I just put it out there. I say, use it if you want. You don't have to buy the NFT. I'm not telling anyone to buy anything. Collect it if you want to, but like it's just almost like I'd say it's like a bet on me. It's just if you want to own a cool piece of work on the internet, like it's a CC0 album. I haven't seen many CC0 albums in the NFT space. But yeah,
Snoop Dogg was playing with it in the beginning. Like Snoop Dogg was kind of playing with the idea in the beginning where he was like, if you buy the NFT, you get the rights to play with things. That went away really quick though. I feel like, Timbaland did a track and then suddenly it became an issue and suddenly those rights seem to disappear into the ether. But I love this stance of yours. It's like CC0 is like something you can't take back unless you're Moonbirds, apparently.
I feel like with the thing when they say, oh, if you buy this, you can get the rights and then you get royalties. I feel like that's just a mid-curve take, in my opinion. I feel like it's either CC0 or it's like fully like licensed. You know what I mean? There's no like, hey, get your Bored Ape and you can license this and do this shit. It's like, who's really gonna do that? I just feel like keep it as simple as possible. And I just say it's in the public domain. Go use it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like if you want to use it, use it. Don't like you don't have to pay like homage to me if you don't want to. But like I think the people who do use it understand that value and they do tend to like follow that, and it's just a whole thing in general. It's just changing the culture of the space because right now in the space, like they got rid of royalties, but like when you tip someone in the real world in the States or whatever, it's a choice you make. It's not like enforced. So it's like you got to change the mentality behind supporting artists and kind of giving back to people.
Amazing. Chico, I want your take as an artist. And Gulches, I think I see you in the green room. If I may pull you in, because I think I'd love to have your take as an artist on this. I'm going to pull up Gulches. Thank you. And, Gulches, what do you think as an artist? Like, in a sense, basically, like you're kind of giving it away to the universe and saying, here, have at it. You're right. It's the thing that, every artist is, so deeply holding, with both fists. But in this approach, it's just like, here, have it and create with it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. As a sound designer, it's really just about saying, okay, I can make some sounds, and I've always liked to bring folks into the studio and say, hey, let's make a little something, or let me show you around the modular, let me get you acquainted, and then you can twist some knobs and make some sounds. And then you say, okay, now we're just gonna do what I call a mud pie. You just go down, this road of weird and wonky sounds. You say, okay, here, now take this and do with it what you want, and it just came from the modular, and we did it in one take, and I just bounced it out and send it their way. And it's something that I guess Mr. Bill, another Australian producer, he had a podcast. He was talking about doing mud pies, and sometimes he was talking about software, but I just kind of put that for the modular, and that's kind of something that people seem to like. Then they can use that, and I would be more than happy to do something like that. Like in Teji's case, where you say, okay, this is a CC0 mud pie from Gulches. It's just a batch of weird sounds, and if you want to take those, resample them, flip them, reverse them,
In this case of Jamie Amelia, it's like as if she came across a producer who's created like, an album for her, and then she was going to go and take that and run with it. Chico, I guess, as you said, you naturally just want to like vibe to like good music when you hear it. Mm-hmm. How risky is it? How risky is it for you to jump on something like that? As well as, would you do that as well for you, for as a performer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think music is about, connecting people, and it's like for me, I get my inspiration, my references on like free beats on YouTube, and then I send it to the producers, and I'm like, hey, can you like do something in reference to this? Like that sounds kind of like this, same vibes, and like, because like and I think more producers should be willing to like be able to like like let loose a little bit and let other people like kind of like add on their flavor, because music is about unity, and it's not about competition. So I think, yeah, I'm totally, I believe in that. And like, like I said, Run DMC took so many samples from so many like, rock songs and all these, and then kind of made it their own genre and kind of revitalized in the hip hop scene, the rock scene, in a sense where they like, expanded their audience, for the rock bands, like, and I'm pretty sure it was Aerosmith, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think it's an interesting way to get into production. You're just saying, okay, I've made something. There are artists around here that are interested in it, or maybe you just meet them and you play a beat for them on the street and you're just like, this is kind of something that I made. And they're like, whoa, that actually strikes something within me. I want to make something on that as well too. And I was always happy to be like, go ahead. If you want to put me as a featured or put me in the credits, like I'm just happy that it's getting out there and getting heard.
Teji, how are you approaching the market? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Chico.
Wait, Timmy, 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I have to go to the airport soon. Yeah, no, really quick. No, they gave me an idea that you know how on TikTok and on Reels, like you can do like parts to like you could do like a duet thing. Like actually, I was thinking like as a singer, because I'm a songwriter, like a singer-songwriter. For me, it's like I release music in hopes that I'm not alone, because it's like my diary when I release music, and like to make people feel like like they're not alone as well, and like you want people to feel the way you wish you could feel when you're expressing all these things like in a song, so that's for me it's a little bit different than production and like letting people use it, because like it's something that's a deeper meaning to singer-songwriters, I guess. But I think the idea that I just got is like having like it's like a Inspo+Radio kind of like competition again, but like I'll do like the first verse and then kind of like leave it open for anyone in the community to like join in and add their own verse, and then kind of like see like and like I'll start like a topic or something like that and like sing about it, and then see what their rendition of that on the second verse is and like what they've been through. And like, I think that'd be a really cool freaking project.
We've definitely seen a lot of that on TikTok. Rest in peace TikTok, apparently. I don't know, by the time you're watching this rerun, we might not have TikTok anymore, but
yeah, but it's like a community track. I think that'd be really cool to like create.
Is that part of the idea for you, Teji, is to push it through there, as well as like how are you approaching the promotion? Because it's one thing to put out the music, it's another to say like for people to know about it, for people to coming on the show, hey, great, but like how are you doing it and attacking the algorithm so that this message gets out there that like, hey, this is available for artists?
If I'm being honest, I actually don't know. I'm figuring this shit out as well. Like, I don't know the promotion thing with that, but like my whole thing is I really believe everything is like a remix of a remix. That's something I've always said. And it's like, how can you claim something as your own when you've been inspired by this and that everything, you know what I mean? And then to put your own thing and say, yeah, I own this. Like, so I think everything, like information wants to be free. People should make remixes of whatever they want. It should be allowed. So I'm a big believer in like open information, open kind of sharing stuff like that. But when it comes to promotion, I feel like I just want to share the idea that artists should make, because I don't know if my things will be the one who will take off, but I know that some other people, if they say, hey, remix my stuff. I've seen one of my favorite artists, 100 Gex, they released all their stems to one of their albums and the community went wild over that. And then it's made all these other crazy community outputs. And like, I'm a small artist in this NFT weird small space, so I'm really just trying to push that idea onto other people, and to, like, idea onto other people, and hopefully that they maybe try it out, or they see me and they remix my thing, and like they look into it more. And it's just like a very slow process. This doesn't change overnight. The music industry is very, very. People want it to be a certain way because it helps people at the top, and they don't like when things emerge that might change that for them. So that's one thing that's always pissed me off is on YouTube. My videos, even my video on TikTok, one of my most popular videos has like 2.4 million views. It's when I hitchhiked across America. It was like day 3 or something. It's one of my favorite videos I made on TikTok. I used a really popular song. I forgot what it's called. And now the video's muted forever because they just decided randomly yesterday, like, yeah, I just kind of want to mute that video now, even though it's been fine for the past like year. So that's what really pisses me off. And it's like, that shouldn't be the case. Like, you should be encouraged to use anyone's music in your work. And I get it, like people need to be compensated, but that's where I see the blockchain comes in to allow that compensation. Like the tools don't exist yet. And I'm kind of thinking through some ideas on how to build something to compensate people fairly. But it's a new world we're entering into, and I'm trying to push a whole new world, I guess. Yeah.
Well, you're utilizing the blockchain tools. You're utilizing Zora. Because that's happened to a lot of people, especially when it was Universal Music. That's a huge library that went off. A lot of the posts that I've made, just suddenly there no sound. They just literally ripped the sound. It's not like they could take the track of the music out. They ripped the sound out, so it kills your ability to continue with the great success that you've had, on that particular video. And so that's, I think, something that scares artists, and we're looking to try and combat so that we have that ability to not rely on platforms and their negotiations. I mean, that's like two heavyweights going to fight each other, and suddenly the crowd is getting the punches in the face. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Their negotiation causes the damage on the crowd.
In my opinion, copyright protection, that doesn't help us, the people on the ground floor. It helps the big people at the top, right? And I'm not for those people. I'm for everyone on the come up right now, everyone trying to figure things out. And like that's the people I'm trying to really help out here, and like show them like, what the fuck is copyrighting your song going to do? Like, you need to get eyes on your work, and this is the way to do it, right? And then you can figure out the rest after that, you know what I mean? And then people can monetize their work, not necessarily through the streams as much, because music is basically free now. Streaming is almost free. You listen to anything you want on the internet. But what I'm looking at this is as a tool to supercharge people's careers and get more eyes on their work. So basically, if you're using this technique to get your work out there, you're encouraging remixes of your work, and you got a whole community kind of cross-contaminating your work, making something weird and something else over there. All it's going to do is bring more eyes to your work, and then you can monetize through merchandise, through tours, and through other avenues that, fan clubs. So there's all these other ways people need to look into how to monetize. So yeah.
Well, I think you've said a lot in terms of like, the approach, and you again follow Teji. He does a really great video where he breaks it down. These very elaborate, intricate, detailed graphics that he created. What sort of program did you use there? I don't know. That was really was that
this
3D?
Program right here.
Where he really just draws it out for you to try and understand, how this potentially can work.
So I respect
that. Right.
Yeah.
But is there something more that you wanted to say? Because I know that you seem to have a lot to say about the situation, and you said that you had a lot more ideas behind just this video.
Yeah. I feel like. What do you mean? What else I want to say about moving forward, or like about the video beyond? Like what I forgot to mention in the video, or like because
you mentioned that there was more you wanted to say.
Yeah, in the video, I just kind of recorded it out of the heat of the moment. Like one thing about my creativity is like I don't really censor myself. I'm like, if I have an idea, let's do it, get it done, put it out there, fuck it, and then move on to the next thing. So in that video, I didn't mention everything. A lot of people were kind of confused about how does tokenizing the work bring value back to for the artist, right? Like, what's the point of that? Like, and I kind of wanted to hear what you guys think. I'm kind of, because I'm figuring this shit out. I don't know everything, so I'm kind of wondering what you guys think about my method I've taken, where it's like, this is how I see it working. He's like, the work is CC0. If you like the work, you can own it. Simple as that. Like, you don't have to own it, but it's free and accessible to anyone. And it's just like collecting something you enjoy from one of your favorite artists. But what do you guys think?
It's a bonus for me, because I think that a lot of us that are creatives, that like, we're content creators here, and being able to, work with you like immediately, just is super inspiring and super awesome for us. And it seems like these days NFTs, they feel like almost like a charity at this point anyway. So it's at this point, it's just like you're getting much more value for that. Because it seems like anytime we're, supporting artists and stuff, it seems like they get a certain reach of collectability, but beyond that, there's so much heat right now on ordinals, on other things in the marketplace, that people aren't looking to speculate on music NFTs right now.
Yeah, because the speculation side of things, it's driven a lot of eyes to the space, and it's helped grow the space in general, but I don't think that's the way to kind of, I don't know. I'm not looking at people to buy my work as an investment. I'm like, if you buy it, if you like the idea of that, like, buy it, but don't buy it because you think it's a investment that's going to go up 100x, you know what I mean? Like, in the future. But like, I think the mentality, space is hyper financialized. So it's very hard to shift those dynamics that people have with collecting. Whereas like on Zora, the reason why I really like it is like, I'll just spend $2 on a work that I like. I don't expect anything from it. And I was talking to a friend in the podcast I did before, and he was just like, I don't get it. Like, so people are spending their ETH on that. Why would they do that if they can just look on Instagram? And to me, I think there's a shift that's happening slowly. It hasn't happened yet, because we need more tools to display digital art and use digital art in cool ways that actually makes people want to own it.
Like our friends over at Parrot Radio, we brought them on. They have a music player that plays the NFTs based on wallets.
That's sick. I got to talk to those guys. That's really, really cool, because I feel like we need new models to share the work, digital work, because right now you view it through a screen and that's it. So people are like, why would I kind of own that? What's the point of that? I was thinking of things like, I have lots of ideas. I was imagine like a token gated almost stem player. Kanye West released like a stem player. I don't know if you guys seen that, but like you can kind of play whatever you play, all the music you own on there. And like, I don't know, I'm a big believer in ownership because there's power in that. And like, even ironically, the thing is CC0. I think owning the music you like and owning your libraries, and I think that's super.
It's getting taken away right now. You look at Apple
exactly.
Music, and they're trying to push you into their streaming, and it's even hard to buy right now. Like they really like force you to go right into Apple Music without being able to go into the iTunes store anymore. And so there's a big push to go into streaming because that's where they make their money. But that takes away from the direct connection to the artist. That takes away from a lot of things that help and benefit the artist, as you said, down the line when it comes to shows, etc., and the fandom and the creation of that relationship. And so I think that you're definitely onto some stuff.
Because that's what I'm really trying to push is like, I remember on iTunes, everyone here has bought songs on iTunes, like spent $2 on a song here, there. And then like, what happened to that whole library we just purchased? Like they say, see ya, goodbye. Like now it's streaming time. So like I really don't like that. So I'm really trying to push for like, own your shit. If you like a song, own that shit. And that's why I'm saying collect my thing if you want to own it, and like encourage people to use it however you want. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just happened so many times before, even on Netflix. You watch a movie and then it's not on there next week when you want to watch it with your partner or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? We need to take the power back from these corporations and companies, and like it starts from the ground up, and it's going to be hard because they don't want to lose that. But I feel like the blockchain is really going to take them out of the situation in a big way. You already see it with banks and everything like that. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's the future, in my opinion.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to also have links down below for all of the offerings at Zora, and I believe at Tezos as well for Gulches. And and as soon as Jamie Cornelia drops her thing, I'm gonna reach out to her too and like see if she wants to be on, because that's amazing.
Speak to her. Yeah.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be absolute fire. I think just her creativity and taking again and finding a producer through this.
Like she recorded that in like a day or two. You know, she messaged me, said, "Hey, I'm gonna make an album like about work." I'm like, "Do it, 100%, go do it." It's like I finished the album. I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Done.
That is fire.
Like that's the people I love, is like people who don't censor their creativity and they just want to create. You know, like they see opportunity to express themselves and they do it. And that's just like the general thing I want to share. That's like the core message, is like just share stuff, make stuff, and like don't ask for permission. If you want to fucking remix a song, do it and like post it. If you want to remix a song,
the world needs more people.
yeah, I feel like if you want to remix a song, like your favorite song, and you want to make an NFT of it, even though it's copyrighted, fucking do it. Like, and if people come after you, like, it's only going to bring more attention to your cause and everything like that. So, yeah.
Bobby's gonna be my lawyer for all of these suits, and I'm that type of creative too. I just want to make stuff. I just want to make stuff, and I got people like Bobby to protect me in court. So. No, actually, I really do want to catch up with you. I think you are doing it in an appropriate way by giving everyone the rights to not get sued, basically.
Minty, you're funny today.
Exactly.
To not get sued, basically, and have that creative freedom. And so we applaud you on the show, and definitely want to welcome you back. When you feel you've reached a point where you understood what this experiment has created for you, because I think it's going to be doing some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm still working through a lot of ideas, talking to some developers and stuff about a lot of fun things, like earning while you listen to streaming things and like giving back to the creator. But these are just random ideas I'm working through right now. Like there's nothing in solid right now, but it's just something. So we'll come back to this and see what comes from it. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's a fun experiment for sure.
Exciting to watch, and thank you for taking us on the journey and giving us a front row seat. Thank you, Gulches, for the live performance.
Yes, and I will be hitting you up. Come to Bali.
Thank you, Chico, working for the Bali Tourism Board. Thank you, Bobby. Another great show, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing me on.
Thank you, guys.